Hello guys, welcome to a special Sunday video. Today we're doing a different little thing. We are gonna go through my personal Brawl building methods since I built so many decks. Maybe this could give you guys some idea on, or maybe you guys already do the same thing, maybe you do something completely different. Maybe this helps you a little. I built so many decks at this point and maybe I thought this could be useful. So this is somewhat unscripted, as in I have a list of things I want to go through, but we're going to build a deck together going through these steps that I go through to build a deck. I don't have anything pre-built, like I just went before. I have a little list of Brawl to build. I don't know if you saw it here. I have a bunch of commanders that I plan to build eventually. I keep adding them here, and when I'm like, oh, I want to build a deck, I go over there and I do that. So I picked one from there, which is called in the Triumph Caster. 2-3 Boros commander. Deck has about mounts and vehicles. Simple, straightforward. So yeah, we're gonna go through the things I do to build a deck, and then maybe once the deck look good after testing, we'll probably record this video eventually as well. But this one is just how I build. There's gonna be a list in the description of the steps I do if you don't want to watch the whole video, but you can see the whole experience of how I build a deck. And then if you have ideas as well to help me improve, I won't say no. First things first, yeet the lands. 40 lands, yeah, it's a good start, but you never know depending on your curve. First step is actually on Arena itself, we go for our gimmick. So this time around is a mountain vehicle, so we're going to do exactly that. So we're going to look for a mount, see what we find. We're going to just be adding cards, like don't matter if after you add all the cards, you own 300 cards, it's fine. You're going to cut things like, let's add the bad mounts for now, even though we might not run them. This one is a bit questionable. I like doing different piles that fit each part of the building method. So for the first one, we're looking at the mount pile. This is a good mount. Not a big fan of ace, but we'll consider it. The thing is, like, are there enough mounts that I don't have to run the bad mounts? Count by captain is nice. That makes all your mounts a bit better. One last job could be interesting, but I'm not huge on it, but let's consider it. Series probably not. This one likely not, but we'll add them for now. That's okay. Like, you add them, later you cut them. It's nothing to be ashamed. That one we're gonna look at in a moment when we go through vehicles. I don't think we need this kind of stuff to crew things. We're looking just for the good ones. We're gonna play some good creatures that will just mount stuff. We don't need settle stuff. We don't need to play bad creatures to do that. That could be fine. Yeah, like this is something I rather not run. This could be a maybe. We're gonna look at vehicles in a moment. Oh, Calamity is 100% gonna be in this deck. Incinerator is not. This is probably too expensive, but we consider it. And are those all of them? Well, we do have the multicolor stuff. No. Well, not that many actually. Any here? Well, we do have. Well, we're gonna look at vehicles now, which should be a lot more. But yeah, those are all the mounts. Then we look at vehicle as well. Conjure card name, okay, it's a 1-drop that makes another thing. So whenever mount you control enters becomes 7th of turn, whenever you enters becomes not effective of turn, they all have ace. So this guy could be fine. I don't care about crewing power 2 great. I think we won't need to bend backwards for that. It's inexpensive, but it works really well with colored in, so that's worthwhile. Giving first strike would be nice. Cute. Not exactly what I want. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Sky Chariot is nice. This is fine. This cares about us casting vehicles, so we can consider Ceram as well. These other ones are not exciting by any means. I think there's much better vehicles than that one, so we're not going to stop that. This helps with your other vehicles in case you don't have colored in. Hover Shift is a removal and fits the gimmick, so that's always happy to add to the deck. Bit too expensive for mediocre abilities, so the Limousine is nice though. Salvation Engine is fantastic. The Chariot could be good. No merit to it. These two are probably on the expensive end and probably going to end up being cut, but we can consider them for now. This is a 1-mana removal though. We'll go through removals in a moment. This could be interesting. It's an Alchemy card, which is nice. Speedway Fanatic, giving haste. since can't always count on having our commander out and alive. Not excited about any of those. This one is very good. Chandra, obviously fantastic. The Ironclad being able to cycle early is always nice. I've never seen this card before, but it is cute. We'll consider it as well. Reckless Crew is fantastic. Galleon is good. We can consider that one. The Push the Limit is could be nice. Could be nice. I'm not gonna say no to that yet. And I forgot whenever it becomes crewed. Yep, crewing. This one crews makes them bigger when it's crewed. The Parlor fits quite well, making our crew vehicles bigger. Not married to it, but this could be interesting. It's probably not gonna make the final cut. Same with this, like I'm putting about a bunch of mediocre cards that will probably not make the final cut, but you know, it's worth considering to see how deep we're gonna go into these different themes we have, right? Because maybe we go super deep and we're like very much fully synergy based, take down one of my pieces and I'm probably gonna cry situation, or we might go into a more, you know, we do have vehicles, but we know we're a solid deck without them as well. This could be fine. It's an Alchemy card again. Efficy Harvest is nice. Curvator's Caravan is nice, especially if we decide to go bigger. That's not that great. I don't think, maybe we match enough creature types. I do like the double strike one. Don't know if it's good enough, but I do like it. Galleon is a pet of mine. Actually, this one is not good enough. This one is amazing. It's a removal in a vehicle. Express could be fine. Same with Everlight. Obviously, this one will fit in. So yeah, we're already 70 cards just from vehicles and mounts alone. Then for also, so this is the first part we do the gimmick, but I don't only use Arena. So now we need to display capture. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Cool. Now we go to Scryfall as well. Like I also use Scryfall quite a bit for this. So the first things you need to do is, you don't actually need to do Brawl because most cards are legal anyway. You need to change the games to Arena, and then here you can do a bunch of things. The thing I'm gonna do is search for vehicle. Did I spelled it correctly? But I want to search for vehicles, cards that mention vehicles in the text but are not vehicles. And there's actually quite more than I expect. I usually look at the rare ones. I probably do put the colors, put the commander colors. If you do here specific colors, here is just in the you can play in your Boros deck. Is there anything here major that we missed? Karazav expertise is not there. This one, probably not good enough for this deck. This one destroys everything, is not what I want. Turbocharge Escape does look nice. It's a rough that lets me keep all my vehicles. It's very likely we end up going deeper on vehicles than we go on mounts, because there's not that many good mounts as there are vehicles, because vehicles there have been more sets, so you're more likely to find good vehicles than you have to find good mounts. But yeah, I think we got all the good ones there. Now let's do the same thing for mounts. I did not mean to hit that. Mount. Oh, is it? Yeah, no, that's fine, right? The issue is with this, it's gonna show cards that say mountain, so I guess that's a bit awkward. But I think for the most part we got all the ones that I wanted. So like as far as Gimmick is concerned, let's go back to Arena. As far as Gimmick is concerned, we have all the cards. So step next. Amazing. Step 2. That's what I meant. We are gonna go for the multicolor cards. So these are cards that are just good, and they happen to be in our colors. So like Ruby Collector for aggressive could be an option. Johnny is also a good card that crews quite well. We're just like looking for good Boros cards. Since we get to play Boros, we get to play these cards for free. Wenta is one that I've been pleasantly surprised every time I've played it so far, so that's another one I will consider. Boros Charm could be considered because of the second ability, especially, not necessarily the first one. None of these ones is particularly exciting. Just a Strike is playable, but not necessarily what I want. Same with Lightning Strike. I will consider it. Doesn't mean I will play it. None of these ones are what I want. Rip Apart is a card I do enjoy. We're just like looking for generally just good card on its own. It's not gonna be necessarily in the gimmick, but they're just good cards on its own. Like I could consider Nimpao because it's a good. It's gonna crew well. It's gonna settle well. It's gonna put extra pressure, so it's a good card. So yeah, it's worth considering. Love Jewel Mine. If you're playing Boros, you're usually gonna play Jewel Mine in the deck. Same with Flage. Like we're just looking for good cards. None of these one. Tajik is interesting. Same with the Jolly, but I think I'll prefer decks that specifically work for that. Warley of the Skull is a card that I do love, but I don't think it necessarily fits here. Not exactly what I'm looking for there. But I think those might be it. I think it's unlikely to have something bigger than this that I would like more expensive. I do love Merriment, but this is not a Merriment deck. Oh yeah, Showdown the Skull is another one that probably makes the cut. And I do like Explosive Getaway. We'll consider Explosive Getaway. Like I'm just putting all the Boros cards that I think might make the cut. They might, none of these at the end might be outside of the deck, but you know. So yeah, we're done with the multicolor. Then we go for something that some people might not enjoy, and I understand. We're gonna look at all the Alchemy sets. The reason for this is because of the final thing we're gonna look at. Doesn't show Alchemy cards, so we do want to look at Alchemy cards like this. And if you're not a fan of Alchemy cards, you don't think they should be in Magic, I respect your opinion. You can skip this step, but I do, since we're already here anyway, and these cards are on Arena, most of them have quite interesting mechanics, so I do like going through them, and you know, we might put one or two. I do like Dollmaker, so that's one that could be considered for the deck. Survivalist is also quite nice, but I don't think it would make the cut here. I do love Evangel, especially if we're trying to have a bunch of creatures to crew our vehicles. So it would be nice to have Evangel, can be very, very good in this deck. Brown Warden is cute, but I don't think it's necessarily what I want to do here. Not Solitary Study for sure. It's not a Solitary Study kind of deck. Synacon Smite is amazing. Good removal that can give you a treasure if you're on the draw, so it's kind of a very nice shove aside. It's not, there's a 3 damage for 1 mana sorcery thing. This is the same thing, but if you're on the draw, it has has flash, so yeah, it's quite nice as well. I do love Lootmonger, but it's not necessarily a Lootmonger deck, because I mean Lootmonger doesn't have necessarily a deck, but it's just I don't want to shove Lootmonger into this particular deck, if I can be honest. We already put this card, it happens to be from Alchemy, but it also cares about crewing. But I think, yeah, so not that many, so that's not bad. So we're done with Alchemy, we're done with Multicolor. Now the last thing we're gonna look at on Arena is the kind of like must-haves. So by what I mean by that, Lightning Bolt is something you're gonna run. It's just good cheap removal that can go face. You're in white, so you probably want Swords to Plowshares. These are just cards you're gonna run them no matter what. Swords to Plowshares. Probably a Braid, also a very nice card. We're probably gonna run Arcane Signet. Our commander is quite cheap, so we could run Mox Ember as well. Not necessarily, but we could. We probably need some kind of card draw, and Outpost Siege could be a card draw that we run in this deck. What else are we thinking of? Get Lost is something else that we probably run in this deck. Trying to think of Exile. Chain to the Rocks is actually quite nice, since it's only 2 colors, but I don't know if I'll run it. We'll consider Chain to the Rocks, for example. We can consider that. Consider Chain to the Rocks. Path to Exile is something I would never run. I'll try not to, unless I'm doing something in regards to graveyards as well. Journey to Nowhere is nice. Ossification. I do like Shelter by Ghosts in this kind of deck. We'll consider Shelter by Ghosts. Vanishing Light. We already have a couple of Rafts, so we don't need to look for any other Rafts per se. Perilous Snare is cute, but not great. Can't damage. If I knew how to spell, that makes my life. If I knew how to spell, that would make my life easier. Damage. Let's look at instants and sorceries, especially. Let me look at red ones. That's what I'm thinking of. There's Unholy Heat. I don't know if that's where I want to be, because I do probably want a couple more removal spells. You know, you just want to be safe. Torch the Tower. This was the one I was talking about. The Strangle. Shove Aside is just a better Strangle, but you could run both. There's nothing wrong with that. I am looking for maybe some 2-mana removal that could be strong. Mizium Mortars is amazing. This kind of falls into the must-haves. Just a good early removal in late game just can just wipe your opponent's side of the board. It's just amazing. Already having a Braid, already having a Get Lost. There's probably some other cards that are escaping me right now, but you know, I think as a starter we got a good amount of removal. So now what are we gonna do here? Start to kind of build. Like I kind of want to, do I want to run all of these? Probably. What about these guys? Like this is mediocre. I don't think I need that. Chain to the Rocks is a maybe. Pilot is a maybe. These are falling into maybes right now. The Ox probably makes the cut. The Volta still has to prove its worth. Same with the Seeker. Same with the Ace. The Lynx I do like. The Ace I don't know. There's 2 aces. Chariot is very nice. Don't know. Saram probably make the cut, huh? Probably this probably doesn't. I should make another pie. So these ones I'm like 99% certain I'm gonna cut. Yeah, these ones 99% certain. These are more like we'll take a second look at them. You know, we'll reconsider in a moment. Colin Crashy Pilot seems quite nice. Speedway Fanatic is a maybe. This falls into the maybe as well. This is a fantastic vehicle. Veteran is good crew. We're probably gonna look at some cards that are just good crew. Heart of Kiran, I'm actually not married. I do like the core. I probably shouldn't, but I do like it. Do love the Homesteed. Bang Bus is amazing. Sky's Rift, not necessarily. Smuggler's Copter is amazing. That's a lot of 2s in this deck, huh? Do want that one. Do Hearse is not necessarily. Peace Walker Colossus, yes. Captain, I'm not married either. Fortune probably doesn't even make the cut. Same with One Last Job. Hoverfield for sure. Do like the Thrill Roller. This is also falling. Like we're definitely leaning a lot heavy on vehicles in this deck for sure. This is on a legendary creature. It's still fine. Harvester, not married. Caravan, not. Oh crap! I hope I didn't remove something by accident there. Engine, not married either. Rover Blade's probably not gonna run. Same with Armory. Same with Brigorn. I do like the Chandra. We're definitely gonna run the Chandra. Ironclad is on the maybe. Hauler. Not married to this card either. I do like the Reckless Crew. Because it works with vehicles, right? I'm not crazy. Maximum vehicle control plus for each of those tokens we attach and equipment control. Yeah, so we can create a bunch of tokens and then crew a bunch of things. This is cute. Not married to it, but I'm probably not going to run. Pahelian's too expensive. I do like the idea of Push the Limit. Doesn't mean I won't necessarily run it, but I do like the idea of it. Flagship, also a bit expensive. Auxiliary, quite expensive. I do like Calamity. I think that's something I'm willing to go high for. This one is also unlikely. Unlikely. This is one I would love to carve out into. This is not fantastic, but it's good. This one is on the, yeah, I do want the Escape, I do want the Limousine, I do want the Sun Mare, and I do want the Salvation Engine, so that's a lot of expensive cards. We do want the Mac. Probably not gonna run that, probably not gonna run that either. Might be fine. The Galleon is me being cute. I'm gonna put it in the deck for now. Because yeah, cards I'm gonna cut 100%. Let's get rid of those already. There's no way I want Pahelian. These are definitely gone. Maybe there's a world where I'll run. We're gonna consider the Armory for a bit longer, and same with the One Last Job. But the other ones can go right down to 85 cards. Mega Psycho I kind of don't like. Express is whatever. Same with that. This is cute enough where I'll consider. Same with these. They're getting like a second chance. Caravan, we're not super high on our mana, but it might be worth it. Captain, also unlikely. Hers is cute. Like against certain decks this is going to be amazing, but for the most part, probably still fine. Heart of Kiran. This crews well, it cries when it comes into play. Golda, I'm very underwhelmed by you. I do like the Scooter. Ace, you can go. Volta can go. I do like the Plow. I think the one thing we're missing right now is good crew stuff. So we probably just want some like cheap. Actually, before we keep cutting, let's do the final step. We did the gimmick on Arena and Scryfall. We did the must-haves, which kind of removal and just good cards per se. Multicolor, we already looked at all those, and we did Alchemy. Now the last step is, I need to go find my OBS again. I lost it. There we go. We go on EDHRec. This one is, for you guys who don't know, it's mostly for Commander. You can search for any color and find all the commanders and what are the most played of those. And then once you click onto them, we're going to click on the one we're doing, whose name I already forgot because my memory is a bit colored in, the crap. We're going to look at Colored-in, and we're going to look at the cards that are most played on Colored-in. The idea is, I don't like doing this as a first step, I like doing it as a last step, because otherwise, this is for me personally, just to be clear, I'm going to end up with a deck that is just taken from EDHRec, and since I'm trying to do different things on the videos, I don't like doing that, but I think it's like, if you're building decks for yourself, the first thing you should open is EDHRec. Do consider this is only Commander. There's a few cards here that won't be, this is paper, so there's some cards here that won't be on Arena. If you build enough decks, you probably remember which ones are, which ones aren't, but yeah. Oh, they do like the flagship on the deck. Don't know how I feel about Pahilion. Seems way too expensive for me though. This one isn't on Arena, this isn't on Arena. Lands we're only looking at afterwards. Let me just, yeah, it's already muted just in case. Weatherlight, Dreadnought. I mean, I guess it hits for 7, but it's but I don't think that's on Arena actually. I don't think that card is on Arena. I have a feeling it's not. It's not on Arena. Okay, cool. That's one of those cards that you never know. Foundry Spectre, I do like the idea of it. I don't know if it's good enough. Path to Exile I'm not running. These are like, this is really good for multiplayer, not 1v1. Creature wise, the Quick Welder, cute, not fantastic. Hotshot Mechanic, I guess we will run Hotshot Mechanic, huh? It's a good card. This kind of fit well here. What else are we looking at? Admiral is too expensive for what I want to do. Giant Ox, like if yeah, maybe we'll look Esper Sentinel. I do like Esper Sentinel. It's a good threat on its own, and it crews, so that works for me. Joyra directly is not where I want to be. Magda actually is very nice, getting tapped and doing stuff. So Magda is definitely a card that I wasn't gonna consider. So EDHRec giving me a couple cards already. Ace, don't really care. Weaponsmith, Wheelsmith is cute, but not necessarily what I want to do. That's good work, huh? I have a lot of historic spells, so glowing could be fine. Dwarf Emissary. Is this? Yeah, like this is a maybe. Like that's not a bad card at all. Oswald is also nice, huh? Let's do that one as well. It's a gnome, not a dwarf. If it was a dwarf, it would have been really good. None of these are on Arena or I'm interested in. Chief of the Founder is cute, but not necessarily what I want. Dispatch is not on Arena. Road Rage could be fine actually. I might actually run Road Rage in this deck. Just a cheap removal that hits creatures early and then also hits creatures later on with very powerful or more hits for more damage later. Big score, I don't really care. No, built to last. Like Sky Crash is cute. I have a Braid already, so that will do for me. Start your engines, I don't think that's on Arena. Push the limit, we already have it. Tune up, I don't care. Split Up actually. Split Up is actually really good in this deck because I can tap on all my creatures to crew a vehicle and tap the vehicle itself to crew itself. At least you could back in the day. I don't know if that's still a rule. And then I can use Split Up to destroy all untapped creatures. I'm not gonna use that one. So let's see any vehicles here that I'm not running for some reason that are on Arena. Like you see a lot of this is Fallout. I also saw some from, what is it called? This is from, God, what is the name? No, not War Thunder. It's not War Thunder. What is this set from? Oh god, I can't remember. I'm gonna look like an idiot. What is this set from? I don't know. We're gonna pretend we didn't see. Actually, I can't do that. I need to know. I need to know what set that's from. It's not War. It's not War. It's not War Thunder. It's, what is it called? Warhammer. God, I got the two confused. My bad. My bad. I have a friend that plays both of them, and I get the two confused. I'm sorry. There's War Thunder. There's also the Doctor Who stuff that you can see here. But no, none of these are tickling. Not gonna say that. Mine cards are not bad. Air response unit is fine. 1000 moss. Yep, the Smithy is nice. Smithy, right? Or am I misreading it? Smithy? Because he cares about artifacts I control. Yeah, Smithy is something to consider. Ooh, I have the special art. Nice. Nice. I have so many random special arts, so I just eventually find out by accident that I have them. So they really want me to run the snare. I don't really want to. Temper Steel. I don't think I'm running enough artifact creatures to make that good. I was thinking of Count on Luck, but I don't know how tough that will be on my mana. But this is something I was thinking of. I do like land tax as well, since we're probably gonna run a lower mana count, but it only gets planes, right? The 3 base. Nah, I don't. We'll consider it. I'm not married to it, but we'll consider it. The Red Sea, Ugin, utility lands. We're not running. Well, we're not looking at lands yet. Mana wise, I am running Arcane Signet. Would I want any other mana? I don't have Talisman, but I do have Mind Stone. Probably run the Mind Stone, and that's it. We're low on creatures still, so what I'm gonna do as well before we start cutting stuff from the deck, we're gonna look at rare 1 and 2 creature that'll be like good, just good, what is the word? Just good creatures. That's not what I meant, but you know. Wait, where is that guy? I don't want to ruin Ruby Collector. This is not a Ruby Collector deck, unfortunately. Toolcraft Exemplar, that's a good one to crew. We just want cheap creatures that are good on themselves, and they can crew well as well. It's kind of what we're looking for here. Especially the 1 mana. 2 mana, I think I already have a lot of things I'm doing on 2 mana. I have my own commander at 2 mana. So I think we probably only look at the 1 mana. I mean, well, let's go through here since we're already here anyway, but... yeah, okay, cool. Nothing I'm crazy about. Are we gonna end up running Ragavan in this deck? Probably. Probably have to run Ragavan in the deck as well. I am thinking about Kellen though. I am considering Kellen. Zergo is cute. Let's put the Kellen for now. Then you have 2 drop that I would want to run. I don't think so. I think I already have most of the cards I want. Hazoret is kind of cute actually, huh? I actually might run Hazoret as well because it can crew everything. I think now, yeah, I think we are in a good spot now. Yeah, 91 cards. Now it's the time to make cuts. Let's consider the flagship. Let's cut this one, cut that one. Ironclad can go. How many am I down to already? 28 vehicles with mount. Only 5 mounts. Yeah, we're not very heavy on the mounts. I will consider the armory. I will consider the harvester. Not the one last job. Don't want that. I will consider the plow. I don't think I'll consider the glide car. So I don't think we can cut so many creatures is the main thing. We're down to 28. So now we go T creature. This is like 7 mana is a lot of mana, so that's something to consider. I do like my 1-drops. A Johnny might be a bit crazy. This don't have enough. Like Dollmaker, this is probably not a Dollmaker deck. Lynx is not crazy because we're probably not going to run that many basics. Avenger's great. I do like that. I do like the Hazoret. Speedway Fanatic is one to consider. Tiana. I do like Tiana though. An Impakal could be one. Not married to Glowlin. I'm not married to Grazer either. I do like those other ones. From here, not married to the Galleon. Do like the Limousine. Do like the Salvation. Not super married to Weatherlight, although I do like the Galleon. I mean this one as well, but the Galleon is something, for being serious, I probably shouldn't run. Outpost Siege, not married to it. Same with Hauler. And same with Armory. Not married to the Caravan, not married to the Harvester. Do like the Trawler, do like that, do like that. Colossal Plow, not married to it. Land Tax, not married to it. I do like my cheap removal. Although I'm not married to Chain to the Rocks. Not married to the Hearse. But I do like these other ones, I can tell you that much. The Core is a maybe not. Lightning Helix and Boros Charm are 2 cards that I probably don't need to run. And the Scooter is also not amazing. The Shelter I'm not married either. Cool. So how many cards is that? It's quite a bit. I don't think that might be enough cards. So that one can go for sure. The Ox can go for sure. Dollmaker, Lynx, Speedway, Boros, and Lightning Helix. Flagship, Galleon again, another one. Siege, Hauler, because we probably want to run like 40 lands counting spell lands, so we need to cut this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, so we get to keep one of these. How many vehicles are here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That would, if we cut all 7, we go down to 15 vehicles, so I probably want to keep a vehicle here. Grazer can go, Armory can go, and Impacal, Glowing, all that are not vehicles are going. Change the rock. So we're keeping one of these. Curve wise, maybe Push to the Limit is just stupid, huh? It's too expensive for what the deck is doing. Now I'm not gonna run Push to the Limit to this deck, so we get to keep 2 of these instead. A 2-drop is like fine, so we probably wanna... Am I spelling vehicle right? I am not. I am. Nice. Yeah, we probably could use a 3. Well, we probably don't need either of these, any of these 2s, although they are nice. I don't care about the Harvester. Our mana is not that high that the Caravan matters that much. Although, actually, let's put the Caravan over the Mind Stone. We'll keep the Arcane Signet. I do actually like the Hearse, and I do like the Weatherlight, so Core, you're done. So we have the base of the deck done. Now, final step, and then we are basically done with this deck and ready to play with it. Well, not quite ready, we're ready to test it. We go for lands. Lands, color-wise, we are pretty split in the middle, so you guys are gonna see my bias here in some lands. I don't care about the white creature land, not huge on the castle. Might play Country Roads, not married to it necessarily. Do El Ganjo 100%. El Ganjo? I don't know how to say it. That one is 100% getting in the deck. Minions is not bad, but I'm not married. Monumental I do like because I have a lot of historical cards. I need to stop saying I'm married to things and not. I don't think we're running Takedown. We could run Ambush as a spell land, not necessarily, but we'll consider it. We definitely run Witch Enchanter. Witch Enchanter is 100% in the deck. I don't care about the Mayor's Call, it's a bit too high. Arena doesn't necessarily work that well in this deck. I do like Den of the Bugbearer. That one I 100% do like. Where is Sokazan? 100% in the deck as well. Red ones here. We only run the Shadow Skull. And then now duels. You guys are going to see my bias here very heavily. Battlefield Forge 100%. I hate Clifftop Retreat, so it's in the maybe pile. Paula 100%, Spire Advantage 100%. Not necessarily need those Spires. Probably run the Pathway. Don't know about the Fury comps now. Restless Bivouac is also in the maybe. Actually no, Bivouac is 100% in. Sacred Foundry, Sunbay Canyon. Verge, Sundown, Temple of Triumph is a maybe. Do not care about Legion Worship. Any of these lands care about vehicles. Don't think I want that. Don't hate necessarily the Arch, but I don't think I want it, but I don't hate it. Am I gonna run all the fetch lands? I don't think I want to run all the fetch lands. Actually, yeah, we could run all the fetch lands, just make the mana more consistent. Don't hate the Blinkmoth Nexus, although again, not married to it. I need to stop saying I'm married or not married to stuff. Do we have any creature type that matches a lot? We do not. So Cavern of Souls is a no-go. I don't hate Demolition Field. Can be good. You can also just do nothing. Flooded Strand is a non-color fetch. Do like Fountain Port, but I'm not necessarily gonna run it, but I do like it. Inventor's Fair, we have plenty of artifacts, so it does go up in value. I actually don't hate Mana Confluence in aggressive decks. Mirex, probably not gonna make the cut, we're gonna consider it. Same, Mistress Founder, probably not even gonna consider it. Not Nyctos kind of deck. Not the right color on that fetch land. What is this? Don't care. None of, oh yes, Scalding Talon, yes. Scavenger Ground, something that can be played. Same with the Cavern, Sanctuary rather. None of these. None of these either. Probably just gonna put the fetch lands and then call it a day, isn't it? Not that one for obvious reasons. That one's off color. Oh, I just realized something. We're not on full screen right now. We're back on full screen. Heath and Wooded Foothills as well. And that's the mana. What are we missing to cut here? The ones I'm not necessarily married is Mirex, Fountain Port. And now we also need obviously the basics. I'm probably not gonna run that. Not gonna run that. Not gonna run that. Don't wanna run either of those. I don't like them. Needle Spy is medium. You could run these and 13 basics, and I think that's solid. We do have the countdown luck, so it makes 13 basics a bit iffy. Do we need that many basics? Probably not, huh? Are we gonna run some duos I didn't want to run? Clifftop, get in. I'm gonna hate every time I draw it. Same with this one, and the rest is basics. I just want you guys to know I'm gonna hate every time I draw either of those. Let's cut one of each here, because we do have the spell lands of one of each color. And voila, we've got a deck. What are we missing to craft? A Tiana, a Countdown Luck, and a Chariot, and a Scape. I could craft everything now, but I will, like, what I do now is I save the deck, and then I go to, I leave the deck for like a day. Next day, we go look at it again, we craft it, we start testing, we make changes. We're like, just that, the step by step, we're done with the base of the deck. And yeah, as I said, the methods I go through, I'm gonna put in the description. Do let me know what method you use, if this is helpful for you as well. But other than that, you'll probably see this deck, not this week, but maybe next week. I need to craft a few things, I need to test it and things like that. But I do like where it is. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time. Adios.